All right, so we need a private key account and an account, right? So on the cartridge net, you can actually generate some. So here you see that we have for the SmartPy wallet, a Ledger wallet, and then plain text keys, right? So if you look at here very well, we have something called the wallet. So I'm going to open this in a new tab, and then from the wallet, I'm going to create a wallet. Okay. So let's go to faucet account, and then go to faucet importer, right? So since we are on the cartridge net, Tezos, to make development easy, right? Tezos actually like have this kind of way that you can get a free account or a quick account. So we are going to try to get 3 different accounts. All right, so it's a get testnet, right? So this account will work on the testnet, which I would explain that it is actually what is being called the cartridge net. So we copy this and then we come and paste it here, right? And so when we paste this here, then we click on compute your private key, and so this is our private key, right? And then we say save in wallet account, right? So it will make it easier for us to do things with this later. And then we say it's on the cartridge net, so we say activate account. So for the account to be recognized on the blockchain, these accounts are actually generated off the chain, right? So the way account generation happens is that the private key and the public key are generated. It's not like the Tezos network generates it for you, but you generate it outside of the network. And once you generate it outside of the network, you have to let the network know that, oh, I've generated these keys. And the way the number of possibilities is so much so that no 2 keys will ever be the same. I mean, the probability is low. So we've activated our account. You wait a little while and then you reveal. You click on account, and then it says revelation. Okay, so once that's done, now let's say yeah. So right now with this contract that we're about to deploy, all right, when we look here, we look at the storage. It says that the storage, this must be the manager's public key hash, and this is the public key hashes of the certifiers that we have, right? The initial certifiers. Okay, but now we want to use this. Were just for testing. We want to use what we want is, instead of using this guys, right, I'm going to comment this out and you get what I'm trying to do. So yep, so let's go ahead and then come here. So you see that we have the public key hash here. Let's go ahead and copy this public key hash, right, and say that one is a sp.address, and say that one is for the manager. Okay, and then let's create maybe 3 extra accounts, right? Let me say 2 extra accounts. So let's create 2 extra accounts, and then yeah, so that's okay. That's enough for now. Good. So when I run this, oh yeah, so sorry, yep, and then so I need to change this and run this. Author is not defined. Yep, author is not defined. fine. Run. Good. So I need to add scenario plus equals C, and then we can see the others, right? So in this case, we have intentionally copied the account from here because this is what we are going to use for the origination, but this also is available on the testnet or the cartridge net, so we need to use that for the manager, right? Because this account, the initial ones that we have here, is just for like testing purposes, and it is not available on the cartridge net or on the testnet. But this one is what we just imported here, and so that's what we are going to use, right? So let me go ahead and close this guy, and then go to deploy microsync contract, and then click on deploy again. And so now when we come here, we'll see that our manager address is actually this address, right? And then we have our other fake address down. For that, we don't really care about it. So and then also I already have some fake addresses that I've generated from here. So let me just go there and just say, click on this guy so we can use the public key hash of this guy, right? Okay, so that's that. So now let's go. So retrieve, faucet, or implicit. So when you click retrieve faucet, and it says select account, right? So this is the account we created from here, and because we saved into our wallet, we can get it directly from here. So close. So now this is the guy, right? So we have an account that we are going to use to deploy the contract. Okay, so now I click on deploy contract, and then of course this things come. So when you look at the contract, it says the JSON encoding no script. So actually this is it. You see, if you look at the script part, it has removed the code aspect from it, and they say the storage, it talks about the storage, right? And then the argument. So this is what is going to send to the Tezos blockchain, right? And this one is the full encoding with the script, right? So as I mentioned earlier, the contract is made up of the data and then the code itself, right? So when you look at the script, you look at the code, then you can see like this is what is actually deciding what to be done. And then when we scroll, we can see the storage and all of that. Right. Good. So deploy, and then accept, and then to say deploy contract. Oh, sorry. So we need to change this to cartridge net, right? Because we are deploying a cartridge net. Say deploy, because this account, the reason we need to change that, because this account that we are using is an account on the cartridge net, and so it was even as error because it wasn't recognizing it. Accept, and it's deploying a contract, and now our contract has been originated, as we can see. So every contract on our blockchain, on the blockchain, has an address, right? Just like normal accounts have addresses, contracts also have addresses, and anyone with a normal account, that's a TZ account like this, something that looks like this, can originate a contract, right? And so this is the address of the originated contract. And just as initially we went to somewhere beta core dev, if I go to beta core dev, it says search anything, search for this contract. You see it? This is where we deployed it just now. It says a few seconds ago, right? So when I click on it, we will actually see what we have here. When we go to the storage, we will see. You see? Amazing, right? So now this is on the blockchain and we can exploit it, right? Because I'm using a different explorer or I deployed from somewhere and I'm using a different explorer, so that should tell you that actually it's working and everything, right? So you can see the things that we wrote on authorized action. And so this is one of the important things with blockchain, with writing smart contract. Your code is available for the public to view, and this is one of the strengths of Tezos, because with smart contract problem like Ethereum and all that, the code on the blockchain itself is kind of byte code, right? So zeros and ones. No, so that's one of the things that Tezos learned from previous platforms and decided to say, oh, let's go with this thing that someone can actually read. And actually this is so it's such that you can actually prove certain theories, certain properties about it using a certain proof engine, right? They call it Coq Assistant or something, but I mean that's messy stuff that I've not really even gone into it myself. So I mean, we are okay with this, right? And this is so neat, everyone can read it and understand. I mean, any expert can read and understand, you know. So that's one of the cool things about Tezos, right? The code is on the blockchain and it's readable, it's not in bytecode. So yeah, so actually from here we find that okay, let me go there. Let me see whether it allows me to interact with the contract, right? Good. It allows me to interact with the contract, you see. So we see we defined add registrar and we defined remove registrar, right? Right. So actually Beta Core Dev has a lot of things that they are bringing in place. These are cool stuff. You can actually play with your contracts over here. So yeah, so let's continue. Let's not go off topic. So now there's another thing called the Explorer, right? So in the same SmartPy, you say you can open contract in Explorer, but let me just open it from here too. So